Hello, everyone. We have two new releases from the past week that I would love to take you through. I think that this is a good opportunity to kind of look into less sexy kind of release and try to understand what are we doing behind the scenes. This is a very good indication of this. And so, as the platform evolves over time, there is more and more micro features that needs to be maintained, and maintenance within software, especially as it kind of expands and grows, is one of the more challenging things to do. We learned that over the years, that the bigger it is, the more overhead you have in terms of making sure that everything works exactly as expected in the various different edge cases across the board. And with this, I want to send a thank you to Fanny from SoPress. They've been users of ours for quite a few years now. Flagged one of the items in here, and so Fanny, we took care of it as and thank you very much for reporting. If you want to see this, you can join labs.atarim.io. You can visit labs.atarim.io, and you're invited to join our Discord community, also called Atarim Labs. This is where we're working together with you, building together the next wave of creative collaboration tools out there. So you're invited to join completely for free to try and see what we're working on, influence the roadmap, and so on. Let's dive in. So there's been two releases this past week with all of these little small changes, upgrades, bug fixes, and so on, as we're cleaning things up for the coming year. So let's see a couple just as an example. Clear, more accurate AI screenshots. AI reviews now avoid over scrolling at the bottom of long pages and include stabilizing delay between frames. This prevents blurred or cut off screenshots. So there's animations every time that a page loads, every time that you scroll. Sometimes there's pages with infinite scroll. Sometimes there's pages that just for some reason, actually, I'm not 100% sure why, just kept on scrolling in a white kind of full page white screen after the review, or as the review is collecting its assets in the first part of the review process, and it just kept on going, and so we fixed that. A good indication of these kind of tiny edge cases. Not something that happens often, not something that you would expect, but as you're putting something in the market, you start getting these types of things that needs to be maintained. Now, the screenshot is a core feature of how the AI operates. Along with understanding the code, the next best thing for it to understand is the visual, right? And that's actually is the main use case that drives Atarim AI. That's the one that I wanted to wait until there was unlocking the technology a couple of months ago that allowed LLMs to understand images at a high fidelity level. So it can understand it to the level of a pixel, truly understand the design. That only happened a few months ago, and we were preparing for that change. And this is a huge driver of the Atarim AI and the Inner Circles activity. So great to see some more stability on that front. Better guidance before running AI. If your page has cookie banners or pop-ups that may block the view, Atarim now warns you before the Atarim review, the AI review begins. So again, screenshots are very important to us, and so when you have cookie consent boxes, sometimes there's banners at the top, sometimes you just scroll and something slides in, that all disrupts the experience. But hopefully this is gonna solve some of these edge cases in there. Refined onboarding for first-time AI usage, updates to updated tutorial language makes it easier to understand. So this is another thing of that over the years of building product has become a bit of an obsession of mine, which is the first experience. When someone joins, and we've made a lot of mistakes on that front for sure over the years, but as soon as someone joins, you got to grab their attention. You got to grab they got to get them to that aha moment as quickly as possible. Now, with the previous Atarim implementation, or basically the human-to-human communication, this sometimes took weeks to get the person into the aha moment, because they would register. even in the beginning, they would register, they would download a WordPress plugin when we were just a plugin, download the WordPress plugin, take it to their website, upload the plugin, activate it and connect it to the dashboard. Only then they're even able to leave a comment. Then they can share, they need to share this with someone else, because our tool the pre-AI version of Atarim is only human to human, which means that you have to have humans in order for you to collaborate on this project. Then you send it to a client, the client or stakeholder, and the client may come in and give you comments. That process, all in all, is about 2 weeks, sometimes 3 weeks from start to finish, which is a very long time. Sometimes even the client or the stakeholder, even before clicking the link, you wanted to do something good for them. You shared the item inside an Atarim link, and so that it's super easy for them to click around and add comments. But sometimes even before they experienced it, they just blocked it. It's like you send the link, it's like, no, don't worry, I'll just send you a couple of WhatsApp messages, and then the whole thing crumbles, right? Even before they gave it a shot. But now with Atarim AI, one of the main points of excitement for me, at least within this new implementation, is the fact that we have squashed the time that it takes to show value. And so this part of the wizard, within a few seconds, instead of 2 weeks, you're already seeing like the project brief, the discovery session, the automated discovery session, and then you're starting to get comments directly on your own website, which we trained the AI during the initial process to also teach you about the platform while it gives you suggestions in the first review that is generated. So again, we keep refining this, tracking this very closely to make sure that we have this, and we can see the influence. It's working very nicely in terms of getting people to the excitement early on, within the first few minutes, rather than 2 weeks. And it just continues like this with a bunch of other points here. An interesting one here is the WordPress plugin, which had a security and reliability upgrade. A few warnings that kind of popped up over the past couple of months were all squashed. And again, we're cleaning up before the end of the year. As you can see, Glitch here is grabbing and squashing bugs across the board here. So with this, I would again love to invite you to join us in Atarim Labs inside our community. And if you want to read the full announcement, everything else that we're releasing, what some of these videos, see how things are progressing, make sure you visit labs.atarim.io. You can bring in ideas. Users bring in idea regularly. You can see this is just from a few days ago. And vote on the different items. We build from here. And so a lot of the stuff that came here, in fact, dozens and dozens of features that originated here, are now live inside our platform based on user request. And so, yeah, I'd love to encourage you all to do the same thing, and have a great week. I'll see you on the next update.